Taurus, what's good? We're going to be doing a pick a card reading, channeling a message from your future self, excuse me, to see what exactly you have coming towards you, all the good shit coming towards you, whether that be career, finances, love, romance, any of or all the above. So we're going to do it in a pick a pal style. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to put the thumbnail. I'm going to have you pick a potion in just a second. Section. I don't know why I heard section. Okay, I'm hearing random stuff, so I'm just going to go with it. And then after I have you pick a potion, I'll have you pick a deck. And then after we pick a deck, then we'll go into each pile. So if you're watching this on replay, just let me know which potion did you choose in the comment section and what deck. All right. Now let's say, for example, you decide that you pick a potion color that doesn't match up with the deck. There may be more than one message inside of it for you. So just keep that in mind, that it is possible to have more than one message from more than one pile, whatever resonates with you. All right. Shout out to the live chat. What's up, Jen? What's up, Aziza? All right. Hi, Brittany B. So I'm going to set this here for a second. All right. I'll put the timestamps in the comment section and in the description box once the live is over. But this is going to be what pile you choose from. So you can choose pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. And this is pretty much, hold on, picking a potion color. So if you have the color in mind that you want, you could just put a pink heart, I think that's orange, an orange heart, or a blue heart. All right, and just set those intentions that is the one that you want. And I'll give you guys a few seconds to think about, which particular potion that you prefer. And this is the good shit that's coming towards you. What's up, introverted? Hi, Lisette. Hey, Nikki. So you already got some pink potion. We have some orange, blue. What's up, y'all? I'm good. How are you, Crystal? All right, cool. So now that you've picked your color, we're going to go ahead and pick a deck. Okay. So that's deck 1, deck 2, or deck 3. Okay. So you can type 1, 2, or 3 in the comment section or in the live chat. I'm good. How are you? Good to see you. So I'm seeing a lot of 2s. We got some 1s in there. Cool, cool. What's up, Naja? Hi, Cecilia. What's up, Bobby? All right, let me change my damn instant right quick. All right, cool. So I'm gonna light this incense and then we're gonna get started. All right, so let's start with pile one. Let's move this out the way. So pile one, you're up first. All right, pile one, this is a special pile for you that we haven't seen yet. But I'm gonna get your cards first and then we'll start channeling whatever messages your future self has for you in regards to the good shit that's coming towards you. Okay. Let's see. Pile one, Spirit, what good stuff, what good shit is coming towards pile one? The Three of Swords. Ten of Cups in reverse. The Three of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And so you got two cards, pile one, for your last card, okay? So let's see. Hold on a second. Pile one, I'm going to definitely tell you, like, something is very blinding. Like, I almost wanted to put on shades or cover my eyes. That's what I felt like. It felt like a sensitive eyes. Like, you may have psychic sensitivity that comes up for you. All right? Like, you're more sensitive to people, places, and things. Which means your intuition is going to be, like, sharp, right? Your third eye is super open, but it is, like, sensitive to a lot of different things that may have, I don't know why I'm hearing gallbladder, something about a gallbladder, dialysis. Okay, this may be like an ancestor trying to communicate. You may start to communicate more with the deceased, pile one. Something's meant to come easy for you. So let's see what your deck is. What cards come out for you? You have the King, Sovereign of Realms, Monarch, Authority, Rule, Inheritance. Put this dog in a cage. Okay, but they can't be walking around. Have them sit down on the mat. Thank you. We have Defense, and then we have the Page of Swords. So yeah, there's a lot of like readings. There's a lot of investigation. You are being observed, watched by someone. But this is also like a blessing for you. I'm gonna have to try to figure out what the hell type of blessing is this. It's like your blessing, your good stuff is in a person. It feels like your inheritance is in a person. Like you overcoming maybe a relationship, okay? A breakup or something like that. And like the more that they watch you, the more that they focused on you, you get some type of inheritance from some type of karma, some type of retribution from somebody that was trying to control you, dictate to you, get over on you. My hands are heating up. So this may be someone that you've argued with, you've had a lot of fights with, and things like that. But they're going to be paying you for the rest of their life. That's what I'm hearing. And so I ain't gonna hold you. It does feel like it's not comfortable. Like up until this moment, it's a battle, like a case that has to be investigated, that has to be proved. Like, it's hard to prove that this person is doing anything to you. It's hard to hold someone accountable in some type of situation. But the more that they act ugly, the more that they try to hurt you, the more you heal. You get what I'm saying? It's like the more they hurt you, the more they do spiteful things, the more they're vindictive, the more they try to control you, you're less and less and less and less and less attracted to that person. Um, and so if you're a sensitive, fragile heart type of person, Power One, it would benefit you for someone to treat you really bad, because if they don't treat you bad, you probably wouldn't let them go, right? If they was walking around giving you rainbows and lollipops, you wouldn't stop dealing with them even if they were a bad person to other people. So it's like a blessing in disguise for you, Power One. um mhm. And so this person single-handedly like destroys all hopes of you guys ever reconciling or being back together, because they can't help but to speculate. I'm hearing Massimo. They can't help but to be controlling and speculate. They have like this beastly side of them. Um, this is also someone that would take it out on other people as well with the Ten of Cups. And so the hurt that was intended to break you, it's like God is gonna put the pieces to you back together in front of your enemies. It could be a lot of different people doing the same thing, a lot of karmic energy doing the same thing towards you. Um, and so you will be strategically placed in a at a safe distance where some like they can't do nothing to you, but they can do something to you. They can try to hurt you, but it doesn't stick. Okay, because you have the Three of Swords in reverse, so nothing's gonna break you anymore. Like, you can't. These types of experiences no longer has power over you, has a hold on you, right? Your future self is saying that you stop worrying about how it would affect the children. You stop worrying about how it would affect family, extended family. You stop worrying about if anybody would accept your choice. And that's kind of how you manifested this blessing in disguise into your life. Huh. So you're on your way to the Pentacles, but you are not even there yet. So when these people attack you, when you get this type of attack, you're like well on your way to being the Ten of Pentacles, but you're not quite there yet. You're kind of like faking it until you make it with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is that type of energy where um you may have to borrow at times. You may have to, you know, paycheck to paycheck. You may have to, get some credit. I don't know what it is you have to do, but it feels as if you're not completely self sufficient, but you're well on your way to being there when this completely happens for you. It's like you have absolutely no emotion. So even though it appears as if you have it all figured out, and maybe someone is speculating that you're dating someone with this Page of Swords, someone may be trying to figure out who you're talking to, who you're dating to, because you're not giving them attention or you're not giving them any type of clout. But at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is you're projecting this, you know, I'm taken, I'm not involved with any, like you're giving, like you're single, but I feel like you're giving off this illusion as if like you're dating someone, but I feel like you're in a relationship with like God. You're in a sanctuship, a sanctuary type of relationship. Um, but it's none of their business. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, they're spying into you. They're doing research on you. They're watching your social media. They're trying to figure out who you're talking to. Why aren't you hurting? Why aren't you trying to do what they want you to do? Okay. So your future self is rest assured that This entire situation will be over before you are even financially set up in a way where you don't ever have to ask someone for anything. You don't ever have to barter. You don't ever have to borrow. So if you think it's going to be super long, all you need to know is even if your circumstances doesn't portray or look as if you have it all together, that's exactly what you look like to the rest of the world. So for a lot of you it's super near. That's what your future self is making me feel like. You're blinding people with your aura. This is how the rest of the world sees you. People feel like you just got it. You just like, you don't have to work for something. It comes super easy for you. And they're like, as many pitfalls that was sent your way, as much psychic attack, as much drama, as much conflict was sent your way, at this point you gotta be like dating someone with money or involved with someone like that takes care of you, but lets you like pretend like you're not being taken care of. There's some type of awkward situation in regards to that, but I do feel like with this drama and this investigation of who's watching you or trying to monitor you, it feels like this is someone's speculation, and that speculation is self-destructive, and they're like doing it to themselves. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? They doing it to themselves, and you don't even have to do nothing about what. Let's see. It's giving very main character energy. It's giving rich bitch. It's giving it's giving you can have whatever you like. Uh, um, People are gonna accuse you of being materialistic, self-righteous. All you care about is money, 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 money. Your resources. Like you have a zero tolerance for anything or anyone that tries to fuck with your emotions or make you feel like this past person has made you feel before. Like you will dead something very fast is what your future self is saying. I also see your future self talking about like a lot of money being spent, like a lifestyle on a lifestyle. Like a lot of money is going out where you're not able to really invest because you're spending a lot of money on maintaining your household, you're maintaining your stability, and there's something that you're doing where you're kind of asking yourself if you want to give up on a job or something like that, but you haven't quite figured out like where you want to move to, where you want to stay, or something like that. And I think your future self wants you to know that because when you are in that position where you're trying to figure out what you're going to do or how you're going to make ends meet, that's an important time for you. There's something about you don't have to do anything, you don't have to try very hard. Um, this issue resolves itself on its own, straight up. And someone tries to play games, like you may come across a lot of people like this actually, um, that are trying to give you sleepless nights over them, or they're trying to hypnotize you, take you off the market, and they have a vision for you, they have an idea for you, but you're very stubborn, you're very rebellious, and so you are attracting a lot of people that want to give you a piece of their mind. Power one, I think you attract a lot of hurt people that pretend not to be hurt. And so they come across someone that's just like them, and they are intimidated by your ability to detach just as much as they can detach. So it's like some type of ex or something like that, father figure, Or maybe just all the men in your life that you grew up with taught you how to be a very emotionally detached individual that gives no fucks, and you can be very unbothered when it comes to the moment that you pick up on intuitively or you psychically pick up on somebody trying to bamboozle you or trick you. Um, and so you leave a trail of broken hearts is what I see here. But you don't feel like none of them are worth investing in. I feel as if you have set up yourself in a strategic way that has, like, is gridlocked. So unless a person is investing and getting to know you and they are ready to, like, man up, woman up, and actually do perform their role as a king, you're not cutting nobody no slack. Like, you're not out here just because you got a little tail between your legs that means that you some type of king, some type of royalty, and you supposed to kiss their ass. Your future self is very, very much on that time. It's like, well, show me, like, what have you invested in? Where are your investments? Where are your stocks? You want this, but you can't afford what you want. But then you want somebody else to be losing sleep over you. Make that make sense. So you're very like, yeah. So people may accuse you of being someone that doesn't know how to talk to a man, doesn't know how to talk to a woman, someone that's just very unruly. But it's like half the people you come across are like non-denominational anyway. Some of you guys, your future self may have somebody that is very powerful, that is on your side, and they do watch out for you. But that ain't nobody's business either. So it's going both ways for some of you guys. Your future self is saying you attract a lot of heavy hitters, you attract a lot of people that are powerful, and you know exactly how to work it. And I feel like you're not doing anything to get it. That's crazy. I'm saying work it. Like, you know how to work the energy, but you're not doing anything to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not bending over backwards. You're not selling yourself to the highest bidder. It's just the mere fact that there's a part of you that people are unable to inhibit. And that is very tantalizing and teasing to a lot of powerful people that desire to you know, purchase, buy, or acquire the finest of quality stuff or people. This is the best way I could just explain it to you. But that's what your future self is saying. Your future self is saying, yeah, you see it. You see the bullshit. You know people are watching you. You know the game that they play. And you ain't crazy. And so the moment you get a whiff of someone trying to flip the script, nah, you flip it first. So that's what I have for you. And this is good because you are coming from a phase in your life where your kindness was always taken for weakness, but you mastered that. And I don't know why you need to be in this energy, but it has something to do with your purpose. So you may be humbling a lot of narcissists. Okay? I don't know. Maybe you've been spiritually hired to humble people. Okay. Especially players and all types of stuff. So if you guys chose the orange potion and the brown deck, then this is pile 2. Okay. So pile 2, I'm going to get your cards first, and then I'll reveal to you your little mystery message. We're going to take a look to see what good shit is coming towards you by way of your future self. Let's see. I heard, tell me my future. So you may be someone that goes, your future self gets a lot of their advice or guidance from like a medium, a psychic, and you request that they tell you, you know, what you need to know. Look into your situation, see what your person, place, or thing is up to. So we're gonna get into your energy, pile two. What good shit is coming to pile two? Five of Cups in reverse. We have the Page of Cups, the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Four of Swords, and Justice. Okay. You know, this is very giving me very soft life. Okay, this is definitely giving me someone that has a great wardrobe. You know how to put pieces together. Self-care days is a must. Okay, with the Ace of Swords, it's giving very high maintenance. Someone that can do it for themselves. You don't necessarily need another person, but you do take good care of yourself. Your future self takes really good care of you. Like, you don't eat certain drinks, you don't consume certain products. Like, you really give yourself the best of the best. How to, when it comes to taking care of your aesthetics, taking care of your looks, taking care of your hygiene, your mental health. Like, you really live a very carefree life, how to. Very innocent. Okay. You do give me this at first sight, this naive type of energy, but I feel as if that's a facade. Okay. You you attract a lot with honey versus salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a lot with your sugar, but I feel like instead of eating sugar, you may eat sativa, you may eat sweet and low. Y'all may be that pile that is, you know, recyclable, leave out all the unhealthy preservatives, you know, type of stuff. Vacation, trips. Because I'm hearing, damn, I'm hearing a song. I don't know that I can't. I hear it in my head. I don't know if it's, who is that? Oh, not Ariana Grande. If it's like Miley Cyrus or something like that. Let's get your cards. So we have negotiation in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands. And then we have detective in reverse. Oh, so yeah, y'all are my pal that gets away with murder. You give off this perfect, pristine facade very well, that someone just views you as not being able, they're never able to pick up on how you manipulate situations or how you get them to do things. You are really giving stealth mode when it comes to getting away with what you want. You get what you want, how you want it, but you just go about it in a very subtle, innocent way. But you are definitely far from innocent. A lot of you guys have these strong standards. You are a prize. You are something worth acquiring. And so you attract a lot of players or people that are ambitious, very career driven. And the more that you make them work for it in this way, by you projecting innocence and purity, a very harmless, innocent person, persona, I think that they don't. It's like Hansel and Gretel, you know? It's like you reach this house of sweets and everything is nice and it's healthy for you. It's what you should want, right? But they may feel as if they're missing all the signs that lets them know that, hey, this is dangerous. Shit, I would hate to pull up on. This is the type of shit where somebody um will pretty much shoot an intruder with a smile on their face and be like, "Oh, I made a mess." What the hell? Or something. And no one would ever think you could ever do something like that. Very, very interesting. You are giving high value, but you do have a type use that you use to acquire what it is that you want. So you are a predator. Okay, I don't care what you say, Pow to. For you to be able to pretty much lure like a siren, which is like a predator. So you hook them and then you fly under the radar. And you even know how to get them to do things without you asking for it. It's like an art, a skill. Wow. You a bad mama jamma. Or sir, whatever you are. You know how to convince someone that there's nothing there to see, or there's nothing more to it than what you tell them, and they believe you. Like, how do you get them to believe you? They actually believe you. And I feel like it's because you read them down and you see your mark better than they see you. That's what I feel like you do. Like, there's nothing that can really be hidden from you. So, like, you already choose them. So, like, when you see something that you like, you see it and you're like, yeah, you don't say anything about it. You just play like clueless, or like you're just a hopeless romantic that just always tends to find themselves in very, in situations, and I just need this, and that's what I'm getting here. And then you get a lot out of people. And you also may be able to get a lot out of people in general. They don't even have to be romantically involved with you. They just brothers, sisters, uncles, cousins, anyone. Huh. So, I don't think you really have, like, you don't regret anything. I don't care even if you say it, like, oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't, like, no one can really have anything on you. I feel like I'm talking to an NPC player, or what's them people call when they be like, "Hi, how are you?" What's them people call? They be on TikTok. Be like, I'm a real person. Lord of mercy. Whoever is selected about to your future self is saying, like, you are genuinely incapable of feeling remorse. So if you lie to someone, you will feel not bad about it at all. If you have to, you know, break up with someone, you would make them break up with you so that the guilt sits on their head and not yours. She's a man eater. Yes, you know how to make people, you know how to appropriate the blame to get people to do what you want. This is passive aggressive guilt tripping. This is and you play to the advantage of another person's desires. And so their desires becomes a roller coaster ride that they don't even realize that they're a part of, but you're in control of how smooth or how hectic this roller coaster ride may become if they choose to get away from you. It's like until you decide that you are done with someone, until you decide it, they belong to you. And I don't think they realize that when they come into your life. Because technically they don't come into your life. They are lured into your life. They may catch a glimpse of you. They may be like, damn, I can't figure out what is it about this person. I can't figure out, why they're so different. And it's not that you're different. You exploit the parts of themselves that they refuse to see, and then you give them a healthier environment. You clean them up, you dress them up well, you improve their life, y'all look good together, Photoshop perfection. And then when they decide that they want to see other people, or they don't want to commit, or they don't want to settle down, oh my God, you will let them go. You'll be like, okay, I understand. I don't know. They're like, they be like, okay, I understand. I'm not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do. I want you to be happy. You deserve to be happy. And then you go into your closet where the pictures of you and them that you have been manifesting for all this time is looking a little out of whack. Like, you don't get, this has nothing to do with getting even. This has everything to do with justice at this point. Like, you're like, if they leave you, they have to go through karma. They have to get justice, and you will do everything in your power to make sure that they understand that they can never do this to another person like you. But the truth of the matter is, Pal 2, really, technically, technically, this person didn't have a chance to begin with. They didn't even have a chance. So is it really karma that they should be experiencing? Like, when do you get to experience your side of the spectrum? And I don't think you're hardwired. I just don't think that you're hardwired. Like, you're just not created to feel remorse, regret. Like, you made a decision. I know I made it. I know what I did. It is what it is. Like, you're probably someone that some of you guys, not all of you, Pal 2, but some of you guys may have been raised in wealthy families. You may have lived privileged lives. If you hadn't, you damn sure walked away from that bitch untouched. Like, you probably was the menace. If you grew up in a hard knock life, you probably was the family menace all along. You just, they just didn't know that you were older than what you were, or you just were so different because you look so sweet. You wouldn't hurt a fly. That's crazy. So someone that refuses, so for a long time, I don't know if this is daddy who did this for you, or if this is just like your upbringing, but this is pretty much saying that this behavior began at a very young age, and as a hopeless romantic energy, that was taught. It's almost like no one held you accountable for this type of. No one held you accountable. They told you that you are the main character, the world revolves around you, and don't ever let nobody tell you differently. And you stuck to that, and you have been you've been, moving in this way for a long time. Shit, it's like the more I look into the energy, I don't even know. I feel like I'm being set up just to call your ass out in itself. But it feels like a lot of people, your family, your friends, they all never said you were wrong, or they never told you that you shouldn't be doing something. Even if they could see it, it's like they never corrected you. They never told you that that's bad behavior. They made excuses. They taught you this. Some of you guys, they taught you to be this way. They groomed you to be this way. They imprinted on you in a lot of ways. Never let a person know what your right hand is up to. There's certain little telltale signs that's letting me know that you're a secret weapon. You're a secret weapon. Truthfully. And I feel like if anybody is to hurt your heart, they earn a lifetime enemy. If anyone is to hurt your heart, make you cry, make you feel sad, like, you have the power to kick people out of the golf club. You have the power to make a phone call and to make the park shut down because you're coming there. That's the type of shit that I see. Like, you just have this privilege. Wherever you go, you're safe. It's giving very Pleasantville. Uh, and so these are the people that help you get away with all of this stuff, right? They don't shine light to this type of situation. They only glamorize and glorify the good attributes about oneself, about you, but they never portray the parts about you that is not so good. How to, and it's because an agenda. So just off of your face card, just off of your name, you get approved for shit. There's privilege here. You won't really be told no in a lot of ways. Okay? And it was because you weren't raised with fear. This is the power that was not raised with fear. You weren't raised with limited belief systems. So when it comes to things that you want, you don't feel like there's something on the shelf that you can't have. When it comes to jobs that you want, you don't feel like there's something that should be stopping you from getting it. And it is true for you. There is nothing that will stop you because you will get it. That's what it's saying. You will get what it is that you want, pal, to. Straight up. And your future self is confirming for you how you get it. And you get it by flying under the radar. And it works magic for you in a way that is controversial to some, but it's everything for you. And so I feel like you get over a person, but a damn sure it takes a long time to get over this one. And it has something to do with like finding Nemo. You found yourself a pretty fish, and somebody gave you this person as a gift, or you met this person and you feel like God gave it to you as a gift or whatever, and you tried to hold on to it in your own way, and it probably ran from you in some type of capacity. No matter how much you expose the thing or the creature or the person to a better life, an upgraded reality or whatever, it still feels as if you lose a person that you love or you think you love. And so The good shit that's coming for you is you finally get over this person. And once you start to perceive, it takes you perceiving this person as toxic in order for you to get over them. It's like when you start to view that person as a bad energy drink that you shouldn't be consuming because it's going to make your skin shrivel up and wrinkle faster and give you old age quicker in your life and make you like, you have to have a reason. You have to put that person on the discuss list. And in order to put that person on a discuss list, you have to strip them of everything that your privilege helped them acquire or attain in life. And until you have kind of experienced them back at rock bottom the way you met them or lost the way you found them, you won't really stop. That's what it's saying. Because you want them back the way you found them before you got to give them anything, before they got to get a piece of you or a piece of your pie. It's like that little girl off of Finding Nemo when she saw that fish and she was like shaking it up and she didn't know how to, once she got it, she didn't know how to handle it. So I feel like as you start to heal, you're going to start changing your diet, detoxing, and someone's going to say, "Oh, you have some wrinkles or you have some fine lines," or, "Oh, you know, you like you've been crying a lot, you got bags under your eyes." There's something that somebody's going to tell you about your health. And you're going to be like, "Oh my God, I could never allow this situation to just run me into the ground at an early age in life. I'm too young for this shit." And so it takes you getting to that point of the consequences of the toxicity of that person and you being connected to you and the physical effects that it's having on you. And you're like, "Oh no, now you're messing up my porcelain." Now you're staining my sofa. I got to get you out of my life. And that's kind of like how your future self gets rid of this person in some way, because you start to view them as poison. And, this could be a divorce, this could be a separation, but it's like you get to a point where you're like, now you're at a point in your life where you want this person to pay, whether it be through litigation, whether it be through, God stepping in and handling this person for you. So I do see you seeking retribution for this person's behavior, whether that be exposing something, whether that be telling on someone, whether that's requiring this person, pays for your facials for the rest of your life. There's something about this energy where it's like, I need my retribution for my investment in this person. And you're kind of like, while you're going through that process of trying, to seek retribution, it takes some type of physical toll on your health. All right. Because, the Four of Swords is they're telling you to stop stressing, you're overworking, you're worrying yourself, it's killing you softly. And then you kind of like realize that you psych yourself out. That's what I see here, because I don't think that you actually genuinely care to be remorseful about how you go about the situation. You psych yourself out by telling yourself, "Oh, this person's toxic, they're unhealthy for me." And so you stop really trying to seek retribution. But I do think that we all know the truth. Ace of Swords. Okay. Now, the only thing about this situation, I do feel as if at any given time, if you feel as if someone is getting the better end of the stick, they almost activate you to want justice again, to want retribution again. But it takes you feeling as if you got the shorter end of the stick. And so the truth may hurt a lot, okay? I feel like nobody wants to tell you that you got yourself in this situation, and your future self is saying, I know I did. I wanted it. But your future self doesn't like when people try to see that for themselves about you. You like to hide behind that facade or that mask. So it's gonna benefit your physical, spiritual, and mental health for you to take a break. I see you taking a break, but I don't think that you're done with whoever you're trying to punish. You're just going about it differently. That's what I see here. Because like I said, you don't negotiate with people that you feel like is your enemy. You don't stop until you feel like you have gotten what you wanted out of a situation. And so you may take a 4-week break. You may rest assured. And when you feel like you're getting your health back, the moment that you feel as if this person is getting better, whether it be a relationship, job, or they're improving their life, oh, and then you back on demon time. This is different. This is very different, proud too. But right now, your future self is saying, when you get that call about, this situation taking a toll on your health, and it's making you worry and stress, and it's affecting your body, your mental, whatever, your future self is saying, listen to the advice, take the advice, chill out for a second, and then you'll be back on your demon time in no time. That's what your future self is pretty much telling you to do. Oh, my Lanza. Let's clear the energy. Pile 3. So for those of you that chose the blue potion, pills and potion, they're overdosing. Isn't that a song? But I still love you. I still love, I still love, I still love, I still love, I still love you. Some shit like that. I think that's the song that I'm hearing. So we're going to get into your mystery deck. But before we do pile 3, we are going to jump right into getting your cards first. All right. Pile 3. If you chose this deck, this is number 3 with the blue potion. Okay. Seeing what good shit you got coming towards you by way of your future self. Keep hearing that song. You could be a singer, but I'm hearing pills, or a rapper. Someone that crafts words. I'm hearing pills and potion. We're overdosing. Still love you. All right, let's see. Spirit. What good shit is coming to pile 3? That chose the blue potion, or that chose the blue potion. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the 5 of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Okay. The 6 of Wands. And then we have the 2 of Coins in reverse. Whew. All right, so your future self is being pretty hard on you, pile 3. All right, you have the 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. It's like your future self will quarterback a play to get you out of a situation, or to get you to make a decision in a particular direction, start something, stop something, or whatever. And you tend to make it harder than it has to be. Like, you talk back. Your future self gives you an idea, tries to clear up the confusion for you, and you still come up with a way to say what you can't do, why it would never work, why you can't have something, and your future self is like, what the fuck? Why are you so stubborn? Okay. True Taurus vibes right here. Straight up. Okay, you could be overthinker to the 10th degree. You may draw blank sometimes, but you argue with yourself. I feel like you argue at yourself a lot in the mirror. Um, but these conversations that you and your higher self, future self has with you is beneficial because sometimes you need someone to get very like, psh, wake up, stop that shit. Like you need it sometimes because you can become very indecisive and you'll weigh out two decisions, and sometimes you can become like experience burnout is what your future self is saying. So the good stuff that you have coming in is a lot. Okay, now here's the problem when you get a lot of options. Like, I could start this project, I could work on this relationship, I can go down this venture, I could travel here, I have all these people that want me. When you have too many options on your plate, you get confused, right? Which is a pro and a con. The reason being, your future self is saying that the less you know, the better. Because the more you know, the more you sabotage yourself, the more you overthink it, the more you make things harder than it has to be. So your future self works really hard to confuse the messages that you get. It may be very difficult to read yourself, and you may have to outsource and get readings from other people. It may be very difficult to make sense of certain things. The closer you look at it, the more you think you see what you're seeing, but you're not sure. That's your future self trying to stop you from trying to change destiny, or change. Like, you'll keep changing the course of action. It's like once you set sails in a particular direction, if you start to feel as if one little thing is not what you want, you're like, oh, no, 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 we're not going to do that. And you start trying to change shit before it even starts to manifest, which makes manifestation for you very difficult. Because, like, you got two people trying to. You ever saw Inside Out? It's like y'all are. It's like it's like anger and joy are fighting for control of the avatar that's you, Pal 3. And these two voices tend to all draw blanks. The more when you step into the equation and you start trying to think for yourself, they're like, oh, that's even worse than us thinking for you. So you may have a lot of voices that, talk to you. You may call them angels, ancestors, or whatever, but I do feel like it's like you against you. Competition. Let's get your mystery card. So let's see. Look at this. Look at this. We have the Fool. I told you it's spirit. Spirit in you. We have ignorance, rashness, impulsiveness. Okay. We have birth. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. I'll be damned. Some of you guys, Pal 3, there's a third party involvement here. And you are fighting one connection and telling yourself that it'll never work because of your career with the Six of Wands. So a lot of you, some of you guys may have found out about a spirit baby, or you may have been told that you were going to have like a Sarah moment. When I call it Sarah moment is where angels tell you through premonition that you will have a child with someone, or you will birth a business with someone. And then someone's like, yeah, right. I doubt that'll ever happen. I'm too old. You start pretty much, like I said, resisting and fighting the premonition, the prediction, rebuking it, and trying to be all logical and rational around what you believe is going to happen in your life. And that's where the control comes in. Yes, yes. So Spirit, your future self says Spirit had to take your foresight. Spirit had to take you away from being able to get clarity through readings, through knowing the future. Like Spirit had to really like keep you strictly focused on one thing at a time, because the more you're presented with options, the more confused you become. And it's like, well, what am I supposed to pick? Tell me what to do. This is about you just trying different stuff with the Fool, letting your spirit guide you. Something about connecting with your soul. You may have created a lot of soul ties as well, because I am picking up on attractive people. Some of you guys were guided. You were spiritually guided to some type of high priest, some type of person here. Some of you guys were guided to a particular person. You were led by spirit to find someone on your journey to help you make sense of your emotion or your soul ties. Let's see. And so you are meant to give birth to something, but something's trying to confuse you. Like you're meant to give birth to a business. Some of y'all, it's an actual child. And you may have felt like, I don't know if I'm capable of this, or I don't know if I have what it takes. Something may feel out of your league as well. But it's a blessing. Like it's good for you. This is good. Not knowing something is good for you. Being confused is a good thing for you. Not having all the answers is a good thing for you. So a lot of times when it's because this is very stubborn, right? It's almost like you have to be lured to the well in order to make you drink. But that's also where you find yourself in slippery situations where you can be, you can be lured in by like a siren or someone that wants to take advantage of your confusing brain, your indecisive mind. And when they know that you have a hard time saying no, or you have a hard time hurting people's feelings or some shit like that, they may often take advantage of that if you let them. So you may seek advice from like family, friends, cousins, best friend, best girlfriends, or something like that to make sense of it. It's like you're trying to explain yourself, why you are going about it the way that you are going about it for the sake of something. There's someone's like you're acting like a fool. It's either they're accusing you of being a fool for love and you just fall in love quickly, or they're accusing you of not making decisions and sticking to it. It's like you can't win for losing. And I really feel like the Five of Wands is like your ancestors. They're like forces that are trying to like snap out of it, pay attention, wake up, smell the coffee, some shit like that. And I think that those forces may show up like into your reality, like signs and premonitions, and random people may say certain things and you're like, why did you say that? Because yes, your ancestors or the spirits in your head telling you to pay attention, but you've been ignoring it, or you've been resisting tapping in to ask questions about yourself. You can be a giver with the Six of Wands as well. Someone that gives a lot. You're there for other people. You help other people solve their problems and get clarity. But when it comes to your own life, that's where shit gets really complicated. And Spirit is trying to get your future self is trying to get you to see that what you want for others is also meant for yourself too. But you're compartmentalizing for whatever reason. Like, let me think. Too much logic and not enough intuition, imagination. Because that's where the wonder is. But it's also, it can be scary to let this could be your own gift that's trying to come through, right? And you're meant to be very successful at doing it. Meant to have a business, doing something that you talent or gift that you have. That's why I was hearing music. But this is also showing me that there's a fear of not being in control of your choices. And it comes from some type of impulsive action or decision you made in the past that makes you skeptical or scared of certain people. When you got too many options, you're like, hold on. You try to being too nice to me. What you want from me? Like, there's that energy of like something being too good to be true. But the glass is not half empty, it's half full. It's just your perspective. So even if you make a choice and you get down the line 7 months in and you decide you want to change your mind, you have the right to change your mind without feeling bad about it. You know what I'm saying? So you're also maybe struggling with that loyalty program that says that you're expected to do something, maintain something, or upkeep something out of loyalty, commitment, or something like that. Like, I'm even sitting here trying to sit with the energy because I feel like your future self and you, as I'm channeling, is also arguing over the microphone of who gets to talk and share the perspective. It's like, no, let me explain why I'm this way, and I'm really not trying to get the backstory. And your future self is trying to get you to listen. And I feel like I'm sitting between two very opinionated thought processes and trying to mediate between the drama between your logical brain and your intuition. Sheesh. And so I'm like, okay, I'm about to tell both of y'all to shut up for a second and let me think. Because y'all both can't talk. Your logical brain has this mind of its own, and then your intuition brain, your intuition brain has a mind of its own, and it's two very real separate entities that are not, they contradict each other like a motherfucker. They contradict each other. Let me breathe. So when you can't get your logical brain to cooperate with your intuitive side, you start to, this is where I feel like the mischievous energy the demon time gets activated. You start to feel like, well, if you can't beat them, join them, right? And then you get bored. Well, damn, who is this person? Because it's like, while your two brains are arguing with each other, trying to figure out who should make the best, who has the best logical decision, who has the best solution to the problem, there's some type of other energy that takes over your body that kind of like, it's like, just leave them to work it out. you may go through periods of temporary insanity where it's like, I don't even know why I said that or why I did that, but it's like something came over you. Maybe this is a trance or something. And you be like, finally, I have the floor to myself where I get to make decisions and craft what I want to do, how I want to do it. What? Oh my God. It's giving very Oliver Twist. There's a third energy here, and this third energy is different, powerful. Could be an alter ego that also takes over, but it feels like temporary moment of insanity where you just kind of like become this whole nother person, and it takes over the body, and it starts to, it's like I put all of y'all under a sleeping spell and I got the control. But it's like yourself. It's like versions of yourself that exist within yourself. Whew. And it gets you places. It gets you a lot of success, a lot of recognition, a lot of success. Like this is that alter ego takes you to the next level. It gives you like you may drop a great hit. You may develop a new program. You become super innovative, and it's like yes, but you had to. But it's not like you can hold that energy forever, and that's where the burnout comes from, because that energy is only conjured up when you become super super confused and super duper conflicted in your next choice. This is like that moment when you're super afraid you're about to step on stage, and your one part of your brain is saying don't go out there, the other part is saying you got to, and then something else takes over your body, and you just when you don't even remember what the fuck happened until you get off stage, and you're like, I did that. And that's that third energy. That's that third energy. And it's like, you know what? I'm bored of listening to the both of y'all talk back and forth. Um, I got this. If you want something done, you gotta do that shit yourself. Whoever that third energy is, it's you. It's a version of you, but it ain't all you. I feel like it's definitely a something that conjures up when you're under great pressure. Something that happens when you feel lost in the sauce. You just be tapped in and wired, and you create magic from that shit. Like you be wired, like you've been drinking coffee all night or some shit. You know, you be wired. So when you go through this period of feeling like confused, you don't really know what's going on, just understand this is what your future self, this is what's about to happen to you. You're about to have a breakthrough. You're about to have some type of, you're about to come up with something that ain't never been created before. You're innovative. And this is why the full energy is like a new beginning, but it's also you got to be you got to be dumb enough sometimes. You got to be foolish enough sometimes to get this type of energy up out of you. So when you are experiencing a lot of success, you see numbers going up, you see shit going viral, you getting awards for coming up with the next best song, right, rap song, whatever the hell. It understand you are channeling a very primal energy that knows how to get shit done. And it is possessing you and taking over your vessel like an alternate ego, nego, like a nigga. I'm sorry. Something comes over you and it's different. It's different. This is a gift that you possess. And know that anytime that you are not in this, where you feel like, yeah, I'm in there. Yeah, I'm in there. When you're not feeling like that, when you're not feeling like, yes, I got backstage passes to the spiritual realm. I'm seeing manifestations come through. I'm able to, like, when you are not seeing shit that hasn't yet been created or manifested, then you are not quite to that sweet spot. So your future self is saying, when you remember how you get to these sweet spots. So when you start to feel that confusion happen, you'll spend less time doubting or being afraid of quieting that left and right brain, so this energy can take hold excuse me, take hold of you, and you'll get places a lot faster with less resistance and less conflict. Now you're always going to have critics and people that feel as if you must be doing something like some tomfoolery in order to manifest these types of victories into your life, but it's because you got a V on your chest, and it's just who you are. You're just a fool. You're just a traveler. You just be traveling and shit, okay? And so at this phase in your life, they're pretty much saying with this, a lot of you guys have you focus a lot on your spiritual practice and you being politically correct and saying the right things, because you are very, very focused on your economic footprint. You want to make sure you're saying the right thing. You want to make sure you're not confusing people. You want to make sure that it could be accepted or tolerated by so many different levels of consciousness. And all of that indecision energy really just restricts the flow of creativity, right? And so when you stop believing that you need to constantly auto-tune yourself or take it through this checks and balances every single time, it's almost like everybody sitting in a room, you got all these spirits, no one else can see this shit but you, right? And they're all sitting around and they're like, here we go, pile 3 about to take us through these whole checks and balances, because here they go, they're gonna spend the next 30 days trying to make sure, I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing and saying the right thing, and I dot my I's and cross my T's. And it's like, stop. You're doing too much. And so your future self is saying, that's probably the only thing, that's when you realize that that's one of your biggest hindrance, it stops for you. Everything manifests for you a lot faster. You bring things into fruition with the quickness, because they spend less time trying to like erase. Like, you keep writing something and erasing it, writing a text message and erasing it. You keep staying, a mystery, just riding the mystery realm so much, the mystery train, to the point where you become unrecognizable to yourself. But your future self does acknowledge that you figure out what works for you. But it does look as if it comes from you taking a leap of faith. Some of y'all, you're deciding between 2 people, and so you're conflicted. Others of you, you're deciding between, keep my job, don't keep my job. So you become conflicted. And then the other group of y'all just have way too many options, and you need to narrow it down. What do you want? What do you want? You want Indian food, Chinese food? Like, tell me what you want, so it can come to you now. So it can start processing, and that can come towards you. You see how I said there's 3 people: blue pill, red pill, and then the one that's like, ooh, I got an idea. That's the person that know what the fuck they're doing. That's the version of you that gets it. Your logical brain and the other side of you, they're just, they have to connect too many dots together to make this shit make sense. So I'm gonna need you to pass the microphone over to someone that don't give a fuck, or someone that, whichever one of those voices in your head that kind of knows how to go with the flow. I think Kodak Black said it best. He made a song. I think he was talking about, was it not Flocka? It was some type of substance that he couldn't stand and he hated it, right? And so he really made a song just to, like, you know, tease his uncles and his friends because he couldn't stand that they were smoking that stuff. So he was pretty much saying he only smoked that real gas. But it was, he made it out of pure fun. He made it out of, like, it wasn't meant to be this perfect, strategic, well thought out recipe. It was mere amusement. Okay? And it went viral and he blew up. That's where your future self is trying to get you to see. That it's not in you trying to master algorithms and how things go and read things and tweak them and constantly revise them. It comes from you just saying, oh shit, that's funny, I want to do that, or I like that, I want to try that. And you just keep doing that over and over and over again. When you feel bored, you just try new shit. That's when you know you got the right idea. And that's when you know that you're in alignment with a victory that's coming near you. That's coming to a reality near you. Okay? And that's why I say you're like, you're always, when you remain pregnant with ideas and inspiration, nothing, you're gonna always be presented with options and things. All these bubbles here, bubbles, thought bubbles, thought bubbles. You think too fucking much. Damn. Let it flow, let it go, and watch what happens. That's what your future self is saying. Thank me later, okay? That's what I have for you, pile 3. We said coming near you today, my third self. For real. I feel like I was sitting inside of a waiting room listening to two people argue. And it's like y'all saying the same thing in different ways. Why don't y'all all just be still? It's like, no, but I think this, and I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm glad you liked it. I'm going to put the timestamps in the description box in the comment section after the live is over. This was super fun, you guys. I got some good stuff coming. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the energy and end the live. You definitely read my mind. Good. That's how you know it's on point too. I hope you was able to sift through those files and you were able to see yourself. Yeah, it's definitely a good one, Lady B. It's very beneficial. Sheena, intuitive readings. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yes, I did. And I just said I'm going out of town today. Okay. Thank you, Lady B. I received that compliment wholeheartedly. Yes, indeed. Cheeky said, I only caught the end and I love it. Yay! I'm excited. All right, you guys, I'm going to get up off of here and go watch me a movie. I love you guys, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Good night.